Now, the first thing that happens when you walk into your house, you get in there and you might see shoes and coats, and it's crazy. We want to show you how to tidy things up in your front hall or your mudroom. Please welcome Kimberly Seldon, beloved city line designer. Hello, everybody. And a gorgeous front hall slash mudroom. Like, this is beautiful. I think it's because of this thing. Like, I love this.
This is beautiful. And, you know, you do need the right boots when you have a mudroom, right?
Yes,
like,
you
have
do.
you noticed how, like, your regular boots are always covered in muck and stuff like that? And when you see photos of beautiful mudrooms, it's always a perfect pair like this one. So anyway, I wanted to add that there. This is really pretty. It came from LT. So for anybody who's one of those people who wants instant gratification, this is kind of a mudroom in a minute sort of thing. As long as you can get it home, you've got a mudroom because it's
that comes all in one piece.
It's all in one piece. You've got the bench, you've got some drawers, you've got some hooks, and so this is going to be used to tidy scarves and who knows what else. And let me show you inside the drawer too, because this is a great idea. I don't know if you can you get inside there?
Can I take it out?
I don't know.
Maybe you can see. Oh, you can see it.
There you go.
So you've got this beautiful lining going on in here,
Isn't that pretty?
right?
It just lends that kind of cottage feel to everything. And, you know, depending on how many children, maybe each one gets a drawer, or maybe, you know, boys on one side, girls on the other, but you can kind of separate it that way.
But the point is that you're hiding things. Because that's what it comes down to. If you have a place for everything, and this is what I find at home, because we have the baskets under the bench thing going on. If you have a place for everything, then there's somewhere for it to go.
Then there's a possibility. That the other people who live with you might hit the target of putting it away. But typically what happens is they come really close to hitting the target, like so close.
Yeah,
but then it makes tidying up for mom a little bit easier.
That's right.
So the hooks are great. That will allow stuff to be out in the open. If you do have young children, you want to lower the hooks so they're able to reach it. Particularly effective in the wintertime when you've got scarves and gloves and hats and all that stuff that just goes everywhere. You might want to get some cute hooks with their little initials on it or something so that they can feel a sense of pride when they actually hang things up. It's nice to style, you know, just introduce that artwork. It is a utilitarian space, so sometimes we sort of treat it like it's a catch-all junk room. And in fact, you know, then somebody comes over for a visit and you're explaining how, oh, we just haven't had time to decorate the mudroom, when really it won't take you that much effort. You know, underfoot is really important. If you're going to have a stone floor, you might think about heated floors, which will facilitate drying wet shoes and things like that a little bit faster. A pattern carpet like this one, a wool pattern carpet, super easy to clean. We'll have this for many, many years. It'll really withstand a lot of wear and tear. So this one is from LT.
And there's a lot going on it.
Isn't that pretty?
You won't really see all the dirt.
Yeah, it kind of finishes and it makes it feel like a room. And kitchens have this problem a lot where when you don't have any textiles, you have an acoustic problem. It gets really noisy. And when your children are young and they're banging through the door and like, Mom, you know, short of muffling them, you know, think about adding some textiles. Now this is another idea. It's not a wool carpet. This is Chiliwich, which we've had on the show many, many times.
Great stuff.
Super practical, but you can take this out in the backyard and hose it down. So it's just another option. It's got a felt back so it won't slip. Another option.
But look at, I like that just very simple design.
Clean and simple.
I love that. I think they do that really well. And we can't forget this stuff, okay? It needs a place. Your sunglasses, your keys, your phone. It's so nice to have a dish or a bowl or something at the front of your house. You can throw it in there.
You might have a little room for a little side table and then it's going to go there. Somewhere to put the umbrellas. That's another thing. You know, a stand that will keep, you know, wet,
here we go.
goofy umbrellas off the floor.
Do you know where this one's from? Is that LT again?
HomeSense.
Oh, very cute.
This came from LT and the rug came from LT. And then I want to mention the wallpaper as well, because mudrooms do get a lot of traffic. If your children are young, as they get older, they're going to bring in lots of friends and hockey bags and who knows what into the mudroom. So a pattern on the wall is much more forgiving than a solid color on the wall in terms of just daily wear and tear. This one is sort of emulates peeling birch and paint. It looks almost like a birch tree, but it's almost like a barn that's been peeling. It's really pretty. So think about either doing a high gloss paint that's solid, that's easy to clean, or some sort of pattern. And you might even take beadboard up to halfway so that you have the best of both worlds. You introduce this pretty pattern to the space.
Good stuff. And I like that humongous basket over there too.
I know, right?
That's a catch-all for anything.
I'm going to hide in this basket and I'm going to scare my children because they do it to me all the time.
I love that.
Game on. They scare me all the time. I tell them I'm getting a little old, I'm going to stroke out one day. They have to stop doing it.
Do you need to do, if you do actually do that, your husband needs to videotape it so we can run it on city line.
Okay, it's
You
a
hide in the
date.
basket,
You know I'm
pop
going to do
out,
it too,
stir
right?
them. So good.
Oh, yeah.
Now,